Keiichi, the numbers in the system don't seem to match the actual amount of money. You were the first one in this morning, right? If you know anything about this, I need you to come clean. I know you worked your way up from the bottom, but...
If you only knew who Keiichi really was, you wouldn't be talking to him like that.
Watering the plants, watering the plants. There you go.
Keiichi, we've got a problem!
Ah, so it's finally happening. Alright then, let's see this through, Noah.
You seem so calm. If this was anyone else... His name is Keiichi Sato. For some reason, he arrived at Days Bank First Branch last month, officially on a routine personnel rotation transfer. He hasn't been here long, but for me, Noah Mitsume, he has already become something of a mentor.
Keiichi, the numbers in the system don't seem to match the actual amount of money. You were the first one in this morning, right? I'm pretty sure this has something to do with the overnight deposit from Wakuwaku Corporation. I need to ask you some questions and get the facts straight. I know you worked your way up from the bottom, but...
I see.
He's Shodai Ugamori, who took over as branch manager 3 months ago. If you only knew who Keiichi really was, you wouldn't be talking to him like that.
It's fine. Let's use this chance to settle things. I already have a pretty good idea what caused this.
What?
Hello? This is Keiichi, calling from Days Bank. I was hoping to speak with Miss Shimoyama in accounting about last night's deposit.
What? Keiichi, what do you think you're doing? You can't go around pointing fingers at Wakuwaku Corporation?
10 minutes later...
So, as it turns out, it looks like Wakuwaku Corporation's accounting team made an error when tallying up last night's overnight deposit.
That's unusual for Wakuwaku Corporation.
Is it though? This seems like a pretty cut and dry situation to me.
Right, you're still new here, so you probably don't know. Wakuwaku Corporation is a major, long-established company that manufactures and sells agricultural and industrial machinery. They're basically the backbone of this entire region, so...
I'm aware of that, and based on the way you just said it, I now have a very clear picture of just how highly you think of Wakuwaku Corporation. With that in mind, and with all due respect, don't you think you've been far too lenient with Wakuwaku Corporation? In my view, it's your approach that allowed this mistake to happen in the first place.
He's really doing this!
Too lenient? They're one of our most valued clients.
But Wakuwaku Corporation's profit margins have been declining every single month, haven't they? Their overall revenue might look decent enough, but the gross profit per unit is way too thin. On top of that, they're marketing their agricultural machinery as their flagship product. And sure, local farmers love it, but it's an outdated model, and the cost of sourcing the old parts is through the roof. The numbers just don't work, and they need to be pushed to make changes.
Now, hold on. The credit review department has already approved them, hasn't it?
That's true, but there's plenty the credit review department doesn't know about. For example, Noah, you visited the Wakuwaku Corporation factory, right? What did you think?
A factory visit? Again? I keep telling her, focus on building your communication skills. Your presentation skills.
I prefer to make the most of people's strength, so Noah, would you mind sharing what you found?
Yes! The machinery on the factory floor was visibly filthy, and some of it clearly needed repairs, but they were just pushing through and running it anyway. Also, the workers' uniforms were only being cleaned once every 3 days, and most of the staff were taking them home to wash themselves. And there were plenty of other cases of what I can only describe as unusual cost cutting.
That's just companies trying to cut costs where they can. If you start questioning everything, where does it end? And if they sense we're suspicious of them, they'll take their business to another bank.
And the reason you're so worried about that is because Wakuwaku Corporation is essentially the backbone of the entire regional supply chain. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly!
So, if Wakuwaku Corporation goes under, every business around them and this entire community would be in serious trouble.
Exactly. But if they're cutting costs that aggressively to stay afloat...
If their operations were truly sound, I'd expect them to be able to produce a more convincing improvement plan.
Now you're picking apart their improvement plan too?
Wakuwaku Corporation's improvement plan mentions signs of recovery for their core products and a rebound in local demand. But the whole thing is focused on growing revenue, with no explanation of why their profit margins have been so low all this time, and no data to back up their claims. Frankly, as a document, it just doesn't hold up. If it were up to me, I would not approve this plan.
Incredible! He dug that deep into all of this?
That's just your personal opinion, isn't it?
Yes, and that's exactly why it matters.
I'm sorry for keeping quiet about this until now. There's something Kichi told me. The truth is, he actually...
Sorry to interrupt. We just got a call from the staff member who went to Wakuwaku Corporation to sort out the deposit discrepancy. Apparently, they've been delaying payments to their parts suppliers recently. We need to start reaching out to Wakuwaku Corporation's business partners right away. Just as I thought. The warning signs are already there. We may already be running out of time. The Wakuwaku Corporation lending account was originally transferred to this branch under your authority with head office approval. If anything goes wrong, the full responsibility falls on you. I need you to think clearly here.
We have to do something. If we drag our feet, this could destabilize the whole region.
Oh!
He'll learn who I am sooner or later anyway. For now, let's keep the Wakuwaku Corporation situation under wraps as much as possible and move fast on the interviews.
Yes, got it. We immediately set up a meeting with one of Wakuwaku Co's supplier factories and headed out to hear what they had to say.
Yeah, that's right. About 2 months now, I'd say. They keep asking to push back payments. Split things into installments, one thing or another.
I see. Didn't something similar happen about 6 months ago?
That's right. You came right out to see me that time too, didn't you? I remember you sat down and heard me out. Back then it seemed like it could just be a one-off thing, but...
I thought it might be an early warning sign, so I brought it to Shodai's attention, but...
He wouldn't listen, but that's remarkable, Noah. That you went out there right away over something that small.
All I can do is put in the legwork after all.
But you always came so quickly. And you genuinely care. That means a lot, you know? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the folks who come in with all the detailed data, projections, reports, very professional and convincing, and that's great and all, but personally, I prefer a banker like you, Noah. Someone who actually seems to put their heart in their work.
Oh, thank you so much. Hearing that from you means the world to me.
It's pretty clear at this point that Wakuwaku Corporation is in serious trouble. Let's set up meetings with a few more of their business partners and see what they have to say.
Let's do it. 3 days later...
So, how did your meeting with Wakuwaku Corporation go?
Apparently there's some kind of bug going around among the workers. It's causing major delays in production. That seems to be the main issue.
Is that so? It's true there's something going around, but I don't think that's the whole story.
When I spoke with their business partners, they said it's not just the payment delays over the past 6 months. Wakuwaku Co has been making unusual requests, like urgently asking for extra staff to be sent over and placing last-minute orders for additional products. There have been a lot of red flags.
You must have been aware of all of this, Shodai. Why haven't you done anything?
I have been doing things. But if word gets out that the bank is scrambling, everyone's going to panic. Businesses, individuals, and rumors start flying out of nowhere. We have to tread carefully here.
I see. My concern is that if you keep tiptoeing around the issue like this, we'll run out of time before you know it. At the very least, Noah, myself, and several other staff members can't just stand by and do nothing. Please, take a look at this.
What is this? An improvement proposal?
Yes, for starters, we freeze any additional lending to Wakuwaku Corporation, have their receivables redirected into an account managed by our bank, and require them to submit a proper restructuring plan. Also, if the regional supply chain were to break down, the impact on this community would be devastating. So rather than extending more credit to Wakuwaku Corporation, we should redirect that lending capacity towards short-term loans for the healthier businesses in the area.
Hold on. Did you hear a word I said? If people find out we're making moves, it'll cause a panic.
Their business partners are already worried about what's going on with Wakuwaku Co. If our bank doesn't act now, it will hurt our credibility.
I completely understand why you don't want to act. The trust you've built, the length of the relationship, your concern for this community. But a bank can't afford to make decisions based on keeping everyone happy. It's time to show us your resolve.
My resolve? If we cut off funding to Wakuwaku Corporation, we could very well push them into bankruptcy. Let's not rush this. Take it slow. Wait until things develop a little more.
Sir?
That's unfortunate. You've made your opinion more than clear. So the Corporate Credit Review Division will be making the call from here.
Corporate Credit Review Division?
The truth is, Keiichi is a banker from head office. He was sent here by the Corporate Credit Review Division.
What? That's not what I was told. I was told you were just a routine transfer from head office.
The Corporate Credit Review Division has actually had concerns about your handling of the Wakuwaku Corporation account for the past year. But to investigate this, as you yourself said, if word got out that head office was involved, it would only amplify suspicions around Wakuwaku Corporation and risk interfering with their business. So we determined that this approach was the best way to quietly get the full picture.
So that's why you were the one handling the overnight deposit.
Yes, that said, having investigated Wakuwaku Corporation and spoken directly with their accounting staff, I don't believe there's any malicious intent behind any of this. So why don't we get to the bottom of this while we have the chance? I'd like you to set up a meeting directly with Wakuwaku Corporation, that is, with their president, Mr. Nagura.
You're going to reveal who you are and confront them directly?
Yes, if Wakuwaku Corporation is willing to be upfront with us, I think it would be a shame to write them off just yet. I believe they'll be willing to get on board with our improvement proposal. What do you say?
Fine, I'll reach out to him myself and set it up. If this all turns out to be nothing, I expect a proper apology from you.
Of course.
I can't believe it! I didn't think he'd actually go along with it. If the suspicions about Wakuwaku Co turn out to be true, what's going to happen to Shodai?
You know, this bank might not be as far gone as I thought. Still needs some work though.
Really?
Yeah, Noah, can I count on you a little while longer?
What? I mean, if there's anything I can do to help. The following day, a meeting was arranged between Wakuwaku Co and our team.
So, as I was saying, the Corporate Credit Review Division has raised concerns about Wakuwaku Corporation's recent activity and about the lack of substance in the submitted plan. How would you respond to those concerns?
Everything you've said is accurate. We're in a very difficult financial situation right now, just trying to get through each day as it comes.
Given how serious the situation is, this isn't something a single branch could have handled on its own. Trying to keep it in-house was never going to work. And regarding the overnight safe deposit issue from before, in light of all this, that should have been treated as a much bigger red flag.
I sincerely apologize. The deposit error was a genuine procedural oversight. Our entire staff, including accounting, has been working so hard, trying to turn the company around. And I think the strain caused things to slip through the cracks.
I see. Shodai hadn't passed that along to us, so I wasn't aware. Do you have any plan going forward?
Well, we have something, but honestly, it's probably just a stopgap at best.
I see, then would you take a look at this? This is a preliminary restructuring proposal that one of our branch's most dedicated bankers put together. Built from the ground up through direct conversations with your business partners about their own cash flow and receivables situations.
Huh?
Right now, Wakuwaku Corporation is holding on to unprofitable operations. I can understand why. I think it's because you want to protect your workers. But those need to be cut. In return, your workers are skilled people who are in demand across multiple companies. So the better approach would be to second them out to partner companies while keeping them on your books. It'll be a good experience for them too.
I see.
We put this together with support not just from the branch, but from head office as well. There are some tough points in here. But this is about protecting not just the company, it's about protecting this entire community. So I hope we can count on you.
Of course, I'll go through it right now and give you my full agreement. Thank you so much for giving us another chance. And Noah, truly, thank you.
I didn't do anything.
You always came out to listen in person, to check in on us. I was too proud to ask for help, and because of that, Things got completely out of hand. I should have opened up sooner. To you, Noah.
I don't know what to say.
And Shodai, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. You listened to me so many times, came with all that data and all those reports, sat with me through everything. We tried so hard to turn things around, and it still ended up like this. Nothing I did worked, but you never stopped believing in me. And now, on top of causing trouble for our business partners, I've gone and put you in a terrible position too. I am not fit to lead this company.
This conversation should have happened much sooner. The fact that it didn't, that's partly on us as a bank. I apologize. Shodai and Nagura, you two have been friends since childhood, haven't you? Nagura grew up in a single-parent household, and Shodai's family took him in many times, fed him, looked after him. When Shodai joined Day's bank and was posted out of the city, you lost touch for a while, but when he came back to a city branch, you ran into each other again by chance, over a loan consultation. And when Wakuwaku Corporation was founded, Shodai was the one who organized the celebration party, wasn't he?
You dug all the way back into that? Yeah.
Your friendship is genuinely moving, but that's exactly why any lapse in judgment, any hint of preferential treatment will be scrutinized that much more harshly. Shodai, I can't prove what was going on inside your head, but we have no choice but to conclude that personal feelings subconsciously influence your professional judgment in this matter. You need to recognize that, as a banker, you fell short on where you needed to be.
I'm so sorry.
And so, Wakuwaku Co agreed to move forward in line with Days Bank's recommendations. With the restructuring plan led by head office, the company's operations began to recover. Wakuwaku Co accepted the significant penalties imposed on them, and Nagura stepped down to take responsibility. And then, Shodai too was found to have blurred the line between his personal and professional lives and created a conflict of interest, and was transferred to another branch.
I look forward to working with you all.
He wasn't given any of the prestigious assignments, just routine chores and tedious administrative work. And apparently no one at the new branch went out of their way to talk to him. But by all accounts, he was showing up and doing the work steadily and without complaint. Meanwhile...
Well, time to say goodbye to this branch too.
You worked so hard. I'm really going to miss you.
Thanks. The bank will actually have some peace and quiet without me around. I'm sure everyone's glad to see the back of me.
But still, I've never really been praised or recognized for anything in my life. But ever since you got here, every day has felt like something to be proud of. When you're gone, I'll go back to...
Just keep being exactly who you are. You'll be fine.
Keiichi?
Oh, I've got a call from head office. Let me grab this. Hello? What? Understood.
What happened?
They want to do an interview.
What?
An interview for Noah Mitsume. They were impressed with your work, and they want to bring you into the corporate credit review division.
Does that mean...
Knock 'em dead.
I passed the interview and went on to continue learning from Keiichi. I can't help but feel that Keiichi and I are connected by some thread of fate.
Enjoyed the video?
And then smash that like button and subscribe.